Hey everybody, Deplorable Bobby here. Man, I got a lot to go over real quick. First thing I want to do, this is the 1st of May. I put out a video earlier letting people know that it has started. The silver bar giveaway. I love it when that light shines on it. Started today. Subscriber or new subscriber, comment in the month of May. Your name goes in the hat. I've already got quite a few. So anyway, I got a lot to go over. And I want to start off with 3 people. Actually 4. 4 people. There's 4 people I want to call out above all others. Simply because they went above and beyond friendship or anything of that nature. And went out of their way to help me. And that's going to be Florida Jim. Florida Jim's a great guy. He's funny as heck. And he's got good content. But I got to thank Florida Jim. He went all out and made a video about my silver bar giveaway. But then we got Tony Patriot. Tony Patriot, I got to him through Florida Jim. Tony Patriot gave me a big shout out on his live stream. And I was very grateful for the subscribers that I got from both Jim and Tony. But then we have American Joe, and I got to tell you, this guy really went above and beyond anything I ever expected. He pretty much just stopped his show and says, okay, until we get 400 subscribers for Deplorable Bobby, we're not going no further. And so I guess he forced people to subscribe. But I hope that I am able to bring you videos that are informative and will bring some news to you that most people don't bring. My main thing is our kids, the exploited and the trafficked and the sacrificed. But I also talk about the news of the day. So thank you, American Joe. Man, you are fantastic. And one more person. DM, I can't tell you enough how much I appreciate all that you do for all of us Patriot YouTubers in your efforts to get URLs out there and to make people aware of what's going on in the Patriot community. I appreciate you for that, DM. But I have a couple of comments. I want to hit them right quick. Captain Kirk, I believe this is Lawrence Miera, Barney 5. Jackfruit, Malcolm Ernest, I sell cat litter, NorCal on the right. Boy, that's a strange one. We got California on the right. That's fantastic. I have to get hit one new sub. I got one new sub today, and her name is Brittany Giddens. And I have to say hello to her because she was the very first new subscriber on my Silver Drive. All right, so now we're going to get down to the topic of the day. We're going to talk about a school teacher in Florida. You know, we trust our kids with school teachers, Sunday school teachers, pastors, policemen, firemen, people in the community that have a good name and upstanding. People, that's not always the way they are. I have preached from my very first video on our children. And we have to be aware of who they're with and what's going on. Today I'm going to talk to you about a little story out of Gainesville, Florida. A former middle school teacher, 36-year-old Farrell Davis, was sentenced to 120 months in prison. People, I don't understand this. Somebody explain this to me, please. He got 120 months in prison, which is 10 years. Which he'll probably get out in 4. 25 years supervised probation. Why didn't they give him 25 years with 12 months probation? I don't understand it, people. Why do they give these people such light sentences? I just don't understand it. But I'm going to tell you what happened here. Oh, I got to tell you about the $8,000 fine that he has to pay pursuant to the Justice for Victims Trafficking Act in Florida. And, that's something else I can't understand. We give a guy 120 months in prison. He'll get out in half of that. Then he's got 25 years supervised probation. Good Lord. What? That is totally reversed. And the $8,000 fine? He's never going to pay it. They never pay the fines. Why do they give these people all this high probation and all these fines, knowing that they're never going to fulfill their probationary responsibilities, and they're not going to pay the fine? But I don't understand it, people. I guess it's our justice system. Davis pleaded guilty in March of last year to child trafficking and obtaining a minor for the purchase and purposes of engaging in sexual activity. What this man did was he went, I'm going to read, instead of telling you, I'm going to read what I wrote. Prosecutors say that Davis answered advertised sex ads with a 14-year-old girl on the Backpage.com escort section. The ads were actually saying in Backpage.com that the victim was only 14 years old. So he knew when he answered that ad that he was going to be having sex with a minor. The minor child was delivered to motels and private homes across northern Florida. Davis is one person who responded to the Backpage ad and had sex with a child at least on 2 occasions. Evidently, it was at his home, because the victim helped lead police to Davis. In the court papers, Davis admitted of recording his sex acts with this minor girl. So I take it he was at his house. This perverted 36-year-old man, Davis, for years worked as a middle school teacher, and authorities are now looking for more victims of sexual abuse while as a teacher. But still, why did he only get 10 years? Something ain't right. I've told y'all, every one of you, I've told y'all over and over and over again in my videos. Sexual predators are in our faces all the time. They don't care about anything but their perversion. They're everywhere. They're in every facet of society. I don't care who you are and where you live or what you do for a living or what kind of education you've got or how good your kids are. These sexual predators are out there seeking to devour our children. In this case, a person was entrusted with our children, and all he did was be a pedophile. Now, he might have been a good teacher. I don't know. And I don't imagine that he made his perversions public in class. But I'm led to believe in my heart that his perversions weren't quieted the whole time he was in the classroom. All I can do is say that these pedophiles are wolves in sheep's clothing, seeking whom they may devour, and those that they may devour are our children. And it doesn't have to be actual eating our children, but destroying their little lives. That's what these people do. Another pedophile's off the street. But before I go, I want to let a few people in on an idea that Backpage was anything other than a sex trafficking ring. A lot of people, I know I wasn't familiar with Backpage. I'd heard it, but I didn't know what it was, and I'm sure a lot of my viewers don't know what Backpage.com is. Well, Backpage.com is no more. For those that aren't familiar with Backpage.com, you may be surprised to know that this is their Craigslist type of website, And 90% of that website's profit were revenued by sex trafficking. It was no more than a sex trafficking website, and it was on our internet, and nobody did nothing about it for years. Thankfully, this awful website was seized by the federal government and put out of business. But how many years did it last, and how many poor kids were trafficked? How many poor women were trafficked? I'm going to tell you, people, these predators, they get their hands on them and they get their needles in them and they turn them on to drugs, and there's no coming back. If they do come back, it's going to be a long, hard road. I know you'll be surprised as well as I was to learn this. And people, I swear to God, I never thought I'd do this in my entire life. But I'm going to read what I wrote. I was surprised to learn that Claire McClaskill, a Democrat, oversaw the report that led to the shutdown and seizure of Backpage.com. Claire McClaskill is a demon rat from hell, but she must have a good piece of her somewhere in her soul, because this is what she said. She said that the seizure was great news and long overdue, and she was the one that wrote the report that got it shut down. So Claire McClaskill, I never thought I'd say this in my lifetime, but you are a Democrat, and I thank you. You did something good. I've looked at your record in the past, and it's probably the best thing you've ever done, but I thank you for it. Now, I ain't going to say too much more about that because I'm already embarrassed for thanking a damn demon rat. But anyway, people, I'm Deplorable Bobby. This is the way I see it. Don't forget, we got silver bars we're going to give away at the end of May. I'd like it to be a new subscriber, but if not, it'll go to one of my friends who have supported me, and that's what I wanted to say before I go. I want to thank each and every one of you for paying attention to my videos and subscribing, because people, without you, I'm nothing. Absolutely nothing. I came on here with nothing, and you made me what I am, which is, I'm nothing. I'm not blowing a horn. I'm just saying, though, I have 404 subscribers now in 4 months, and I'm grateful. I'm grateful to each and every one of you who have subscribed. And I'm doubly grateful for those who have promoted me and helped me to get started in this business. People, I'm Deplorable Bobby, and this is the way I see it. Always remember to pray for our children. Always pray for the exploited and the sexually abused and the physically abused. And yes, people, the devoured, the sacrificed. It happens all the time. I know you get tired of hearing it, but I can't stop saying it, because if I stop saying it, nobody will hear it. People, pray for our children. Pray for each other. Pray for me. I'll talk to y'all tomorrow.